Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan. Star Wars. We took just a bit of a break from this, so we were watching a bunch of other stuff, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
Had a couple other episodes in the bank, but here we are back to it with our fourth part in our Andor watch through.
Keith Clem's Andor. Full name.
Full government imperial name. So yes, it's been probably, the crazy thing is it's been, if you can believe it, 3 weeks since we've done one of these little watch throughs. We had a bit of a respite. And we're back.
Indeed.
And as I had said in the previous one, or as I've said in numerous episodes, we are watching 2 episodes at a time and moving along through the series. And as you can see, this is the 4th part out of 6. And so we watched episodes 7 and 8. And as I've stated in the past, 6 was as far as I'd gotten before.
Right.
So I have never seen
New territory.
I've never seen this new territory, and boy howdy.
Fuck.
Oh man, it's so good. There's a lot. I feel like I can't do it justice. There's so many.
You gotta see it to believe it.
There's so many little things that they did. Oh man. The one thing that I'll say about this, there's like a little music motif that's like is specific for the show that keeps like reprising itself throughout little key moments. That is so tasteful and so nice. It's just, I really enjoy it. And as I've said probably ad nauseum about this show specifically, the special effects and obviously it's Disney and it's Star Wars, so the budget's outlandish probably, but like the fact that like it just looks so clean and so nice,
so damn good.
it looks, it's what I feel like Star Wars really should feel like. It's dirty where it needs to be, and it's like super clean and sterilized where it needs to be, like in all these different moments, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
And these episodes didn't disappoint. Even like the costume design is like, so each character's like individual costumes, and they're like different, because again we're also dealing with people that are like kind of doing espionage, so like they have all these different outfits they'll change into. They make them feel like totally different characters. Like you really look at their face and you're like, oh shit, it's them.
It's that one.
It's that one. And you're like, you look like a different person.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Aesthetically, they pull no punches and push every kick possible.
And it's really good. But we start off with this episode 7. And man, we're dealing with the fallout of the Aldani shit. The heist that has taken place. And they are cracking down, as you'd imagine.
Empire is being even more imperial than it already was. Which I'm sure surprises no one.
No, of course not.
Because holy shit.
Yeah.
When you got Sheev up at the top, that motherfucker ain't.
Yeah, dude.
Woof.
So like we had said before, like the heist has taken place. Numerous people died, except for Vel and Cinta. Andor took his money and he ran.
Right. I'm out.
For real.
See ya.
And there's no survivors left except for the 3 of them. And man, the Security Bureau obviously is like having a bunch of meetings right here up at the top.
Right.
And they're like talking about all the stuff that's going on and like the crackdowns and how they're like quintupling sentences on top of things or whatever by a large margin.
Miru continues to act on her ambitions.
Yeah.
And really just puts it all out at the forefront. Like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
We need to do something about it. And thankfully, whoever her higher up is in her division is like, all right, sure, let's do it.
Right.
Finally quashes the fucking the interdepartment drama / pettiness.
Yeah.
That I was so happy to see go.
Yeah.
But even then, he still leaves it open-ended, like, watch your back. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? We're supposed to be getting shit done now, finally. What are you talking about, watch my back?
Well, I think he just means as in, like, you really have made an enemy out of that guy.
Right.
And, like, he's probably going to do everything in his... Obviously, the higher up, I think, is kind
if
of...
there's even a hint of that, I feel like, fuck that dude. Get him out of here.
You're right.
If he's going to cause problems.
But I think it's also the fact that, again, this is all, like, political drama. Like,
Yeah.
whoever is friends with him or is probably also going to be against her as well, as I think.
Yeah.
So I think he's just meaning, like, you pled your case, and I think
you got to deal with the consequences.
I'm with you, but, like, hey, just watch out. Like, you're going to have people against you now. Like, you got someone demoted, basically. So, like,
right.
watch your back, which I'm like, I get.
Right. Far be it from me to assume that everyone else in the shit club is going to be on the same side.
No, of course not. Especially when you make him look like a fool.
Right.
So we got our guy, Cyril, Karn.
This poor fucker.
This poor dude.
Jesus.
Man, we get another moment with him and his mom. What a character.
This creature.
And he's like, it's a brown suit. And she's like, it says a lot.
Right.
You're wearing this high-collared suit for a job interview. And he's like, Mom,
what do you hear my caller saying to you?
It's a brown suit. It is what it is, Mom. And she's like, it makes you look like you're needy for attention.
Right. Desperate for approval.
Look at me. And he's like, maybe that, you know what? It's a brown suit.
Yeah. Fuck off.
And then, of course, he hears a news report on, like, the shit that went on. And he's like, oh, bruh.
Yep. He's in it now.
I knew it. I was in on it.
All right.
But anyway, so he basically starts a new job at the Bureau of Standards, which sounds like the most.
God.
It's like, dude, when I tell you, it's like floors upon floors
when
of like
motherfuckers say ball crushing factory, this is what I picture.
It is just cubicles as far as the eye can see.
Destructive.
It looks depressing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So he's going to be stuck there for a while.
Is what it is. So basically, like, we also get some interesting, like, an interesting moment with Luthen and Mon Mothma, where she kind of shows up unannounced.
Right. After hearing about what happened.
Yeah.
On Aldhani.
Right. And of course, they have this really interesting discussion where, of course, they're in a shop. And we know that Mon Mothma's, we know that her cab driver is like an ISB informant, basically.
Right.
And so they play this game of like,
right.
Yeah. No, what
We've
are
got
we
to
really
keep
talking
the
about?
aristocratic senator front up while I buy expensive gifts for my husband.
Exactly. It's all a front.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you know, they have this whole back and forth between, you know, was that really you? Like, you can't do this. You know, and he's like, hey, it's
done. I warned you.
Yeah, we have to get moving.
Right.
But people are going to get hurt. And he's like, yep, that's the point.
That's how we're going to rile them up.
Exactly.
Overwhelming support.
Yep. So anyways, they have this beautiful moment where I just love the acting in this moment where every time Luthen turns around to like say something, he always makes it an effort to like say it louder.
Right. Keeps up appearances.
But like also like has a way of like double speaking about it too. Or he maybe like he'll turn his head and say something like that. This is what it has to be, and then he'll turn his head this way and like be facing, go like, but isn't that always the case with you around here? And it's like, bruh, it's so clever and like sly. I don't know. I think it's so fun. All the kind of the play ups and all that kind of stuff. So
he sells it.
Yeah. And then we get a cool like. There's also these cool moments where her name, and I forgot what her name was until like later on in the episode, or later on in the second episode we watched. But like the shop assistant, her name is Clea.
Yeah.
And I told Dylan, I was like, if I had to set a trap, if I have to throw out an I called it, or I told you so moment,
right?
I have a sneaking suspicion that Clea is Princess Leia.
Do you think it's really that on the nose?
I could be wrong.
That'd be really fucking funny.
But like the actor that is playing Clea,
she looks a lot like a young Carrie Fisher.
Yes, and I don't think that's by happenstance. I could be wrong, but she is like a shopkeeper working with Luthen. They're working for the rebellion, and like she's really in on it. And I just know that like at this point in time, like Princess Leia should be around about that age, early mid-20s maybe is what she looks like to me. So again, because again we're like a handful of years removed from A New Hope,
right? So
it's like she's in that right age range. She's like already in thick with
right.
And I'm not sure, at least not from my working knowledge. Like I don't think I know a lot about Princess Leia's past. I know she comes from Alderaan,
right?
But I don't remember
her involvement with the quote unquote rebellion, as far as
right. Or by the time A New Hope happens, right. or I guess the end, or give or take the beginning of Andor,
right.
like the movie. Like I don't know where she stands or what's going on. Like so again, who knows if she worked on Coruscant for a time? Like if that was an actual, I wouldn't put it past her, Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Yes, it sounds a bit funny that like I didn't realize her name was.
I'm not Sonic. I'm my original character,
no.
Blonic.
And so like I could be very wrong.
Yeah,
but I just in this moment, whenever we're watching Clea walk down this stretch of like road, and she's like following these signals to go meet up with Vel.
Yeah,
we don't know who she's meeting up with, but like there's this moment where she's like walking with such purpose. She has a hood on, and again the actor has such resemblance to Carrie Fisher, and it's just in this moment where like I've kind of been thinking about it from the first time I saw her. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. She looks a lot like a younger Princess Leia character. And then as we've kind of gone along more, I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is what I'm throwing it out there. And if it turns out to be nothing, oops. But if so, I told you so.
Right.
And so, and it's in this moment.
Time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. So she meets up in this secret little overpass area between buildings or something, meets up with Vel, and Vel looks like an aristocrat. Her hair is all like done up wavy and all. Again, this is that moment I was talking about where I saw her and I was like, oh shit, that's Vel. I didn't even recognize her.
Yeah.
Just the whole outfit's different. And again, we're in a different context from, a freaking backwoods shack, and she's wearing furs and looking a bit rough around the
with
edges.
The alien sheep.
Correct. The 6-horned goats. But anyways, and there's this really intense moment where Clea is like, hey, so like,
this is where we're at right now.
That was dangerous. Literally everyone died.
Right.
And, and of course, Vel is, is kind of saying that to her, and she's like, hey, that's the cost of,
Job got done.
Job got done. Loved them. They'll be missed, but that's it. And she's like, that's it?
Except for Skeen.
Oh, yeah. And she even made a mention. She was like, we were all a bit worried about Skeen, and now we don't got to worry about him no more. And it's like, oh, okay, well,
damn,
that's interesting.
Cut and dry.
Hey, but it's it is what it is for the birth of a rebellion, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she says what we're all thinking.
She's like, a loose end.
We got a loose end, and we got to freaking get it.
Yeah.
Your buddy Clem, or I think she says your buddy Cassian Andor, or as you know, Clem. Can't leave him out there. Can't be just leaving him out there to do what he wants to do. You got to go take care of him. Got to find him.
Right.
And so, that's a very serious conversation that's had. And then, of course, it's all underneath the guise of trying to protect Luthen's identity.
Right.
That's mostly what it is.
He's the linchpin.
Yeah.
If they discover him, it's putting a lot
everything's
at
in
risk.
jeopardy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the next kind of portion of this is Mon Mothma talking to her old friend Tay.
Yeah.
What a
so fucking funny,
bruh.
Oh man.
This is like a master class
Right.
in so many things.
Mm-hmm.
In like political talk, in acting, in espionage stuff. It's like all these like little things. I feel like I could watch over this scene 100 times and really like pick apart some of the really, and I could be overthinking it, but from just this one instance of me watching it, her old friend he's a banker, and
through their conversation, we're able to gather that their ideals and movements align in some form or another.
Yes.
And at one point he says, you don't know how far some of us have pushed.
The Empire.
Right. As far as like our indiscretions and irritations.
Yeah.
But I mean, as soon as he says that, she starts like probing a bit and be like, "Can I trust you? I'm going to tell you something that only 3 people in the galaxy know." And it's like, why would you do that?
Right.
What do you mean?
He says specifically, he's like, is this for personal reasons? Is for political reasons? That's what starts this conversation that Dylan's talking about, where she's like, well, it's for political reasons. And again, you have to think of it from this guy who's a banker on this kind of the home world of Mon Mothma. And he's looking around at this Coruscant. He's in the lap of luxury with all of them in this nice house. She is sitting pretty in the nest of the Empire, and he, through so many words, she's like, I want to be able to trust you. I want to be able to talk to you about this. It's for political reasons. And he's like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I hear you, but I just want you to know that like, I may not be. I'm paraphrasing. I may not be best friends with the Empire like you are.
Right.
You seem to be in tight with the Empire. And there are some of us out here that kind of have, I would say, less than savory beliefs towards the Empire. And what is the phrase that he said? And some of our beliefs may be a bit too aggressive for your taste or something like that, or too abrasive. He says like a phrase that's really key that comes in play later, where he's like, the very last thing he says is, some of us believe a certain way and it may be a bit too far for what you may believe. And she's like, please come follow me.
Jesus.
I need to talk to you for a moment. If only you knew. And so she just kind of, and I just, as they're walking, she says, we're going to reminisce on our youth. And we're gonna talk about stories of old, and just be sure to smile and laugh. Right. And he's like, I'm not sure I'm picking up.
Where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going with this? And I, as the audience, I'm like, pick up on the secret, man. Come on, wink, wink. Yeah. And she's like, she just like slowly starts to like drip feed him just enough information to be like, hey, like, but never says it outright. I'm
working a bit of a fundraiser.
I'm working a bit of a fundraiser here. I'm gonna make
For what? I'm not telling you.
Yeah. It's better if you don't know.
Right. For your own safety.
And this is what I'm talking about by like, it's so clever. I'm not doing it justice. You just have to watch the scene I'm talking about. Because like she has such a way of saying it, but without directly saying it, enough where like he eventually starts to pick up on what's going on a little bit. And she's like, I want to make you chair over this board that I'm doing. And the Mon Mothma that everyone else knows as this charitable person that is an irritation, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I want people to focus on that. And I want people to look at me as an irritation and focus on all the things that I'm doing and talk about all the things that I'm doing, because I don't want them to talk about the things that they don't know that I'm doing. Right. And he's like, okay, what do you mean by that?
I'm a big fat liar.
Yeah. That's all just a big farce.
Right.
Nobody knows what's really going on here, and I'm raising money for a cause.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when she's like, I'm not going to tell you what it really is.
Nudge, nudge.
And then, of course, at the very end, she repeats back the very same thing that he said earlier, where it's like, because my political beliefs may be a bit too aggressive for your taste or aggressive for your liking.
Right.
And at that point, he's like,
right.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And then her husband comes up and she's like, my husband knows none of this.
He cannot be trusted.
He cannot be trusted. He doesn't say anything. And of course, dude, it's so clever because he walks up there and of course, and then she says, smile. And then of course he goes, and they just have like a little bit of a laugh.
Right.
And then
she gets up, walks away with her husband, and he's just fucking sitting there.
Even before that, the husband's like, "Are you reminiscing on old days?" And then this is where I'm like, I know he's locked in. He's like, "Are we that predictable?" And I was like, "Yes." He gets the assignment. I was like, "Come on, you're in." And I was like, "Oh, dude, it's so good." And then of course, he's like
the fucking dead silence. And moment of contemplation. As soon as that happened, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Bruh. Yeah, I was at that point, I was like, I said verbatim, I was like, this bitch is crazy. I love it. I was like, man, this is so good. I so badly just want to watch over that scene again because it's just so, it's so well written. It's so clever. And again, it's also in her freaking Coruscant mansion.
Yeah.
So it looks beautiful. I feel like so many times I've seen kind of like the back alleys of Coruscant. I've seen the lower districts of Coruscant, the slums. I've seen,
the Undercity,
the red light district of Coruscant. Neon signs,
Twi'leks every which way you go. Oh my
god! Just what's the debauchery everywhere?
Right.
I've seen all that before, but rarely have I seen like
the high class city living.
The nobility of like these parties.
Right.
And so as all this is going on, it's just this beautiful home, and they're dressed so. I just love I love the outfits because it feels so Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it feels so fancy at the same time. Where you're like, I just can't put my finger on it. It feels very futuristic. Like I'm looking at all the dresses that she's wearing that are so cool. Even her friend, what was his name again? Tay. Tay has this like super cool, like this big old wide collar. And he has like this almost like a robe. I don't know. I'm looking at like, damn, dude, the costume design is so good.
It's peak.
And so, like I said, as all this is going on, it just feels so. It feels so political. It feels so real. It feels so like messy. And, I feel like it would be conversations that people would have in the real world about these kind of things that are going on. So
I'm reminded of the what I affectionately refer to as the scenes in any Gundam series where people talk in rooms.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Now, more often than not,
it depends on how fancy the room is.
Severely less structured than what we just watched.
Oh, right.
But they're still able to get like the main points across.
Yeah. But
holy shit, man. I think I don't know if I'm ever gonna get over I came here to laugh at you.
Yeah.
but goddamn, this is some good stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're different, but they're both good in their own ways. And I feel like I was just so I don't know.
It kept me invested.
Yeah. Especially for what could be boring.
Like we've had scenes from her perspective in her home before.
Yes.
I feel like this is the longest one we've had so far.
Right. And oh man, it's so good. But anyway, the whole point of that conversation was she was like, I'm used to be able to dip into the wealth of my family,
right? But
that's becoming harder. So like I'm setting up this charity, quote unquote, to kind of help funnel money into my other wink wink mother business, if you catch my drift. And so that's the whole point of that is she's also she's not stepping down. She's like moving forward in a different direction and trying to figure out how to keep the rebellion alive and by whatever means she can. Yeah. Which is interesting.
Got an IV drip feed of dough coming through, trying to keep it flowing.
Yeah. And then at this point, Cassian returns home. And I was like, buddy, first of all,
what the fuck are you thinking?
Why?
Like,
it's
Jesus.
only been about a week or so.
Yeah.
I don't think time has passed very long
No.
from this moment. So like it literally is directly after the incident on Aldhani that he's back home.
Right. Barracks has now been fully occupied.
Yep.
By the Empire.
Yep. And so he goes back home to his mother figure, and
Right.
she's like, "What in the hell are you doing here?"
Right, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then, of course, they have this kind of back and forth that takes place, and he's like, "I can get you out of here. We can go
Anywhere we want.
anywhere we want." And again, I'm picking on him a little bit by saying, why'd you go back there? But it's in that moment right there,
Yeah.
where he's standing there with his mother figure, and is like, "I can take you away.
We're getting out of here, and you're coming with me."
We can get out of this dank, dark hole. We can go somewhere warm and easy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
that's a wonderful idea.
Yes.
However,
well, and not only that, it's like, yes, I'm with you,
right.
but it's more so the fact of like, deep down, he's still just a boy trying to take care of his mom, and you're like, I'm upset that you went back home of all places, but at the same time, like the first thing you did was like, "Mom, I can get us out of here,"
Right.
And you're like, "I can't
promise I wouldn't do the same."
and that's what I'm saying.
That's
it's like,
my fucking mom.
You're like, I'm like, man, I get upset, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what?
Shit, I don't blame you.
Shit, you got a point, dude.
You're stupid, but you got heart.
and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, as you're saying,
Right.
yeah,
Great plan. Under any other circumstances, all for it. But that,
yeah,
we got troopers in the streets now. They got the fucking planet on lockdown, basically.
Yeah,
and she's just about giving up on the idea of leaving, and is just gonna take her chances sticking around to keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
In whatever way she can. She's a poor old woman.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing who knows how old.
Right.
But she ain't gonna give up.
There's this moment where she references Clem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's talked about Clem before.
Right.
I think Clem...
Clem they knew in the past.
And I think he's like I could be wrong, but I think he was like a father figure of some sort, I think, from what I remember or from what was taking place.
Yeah. Someone who cared enough to keep Cassian out of trouble.
Yeah. So there's this like we get like a little bit of a little taste of like, okay, so like Clem is not just some name he chose. Like,
right.
There's some, ulterior motives as to why he probably took that as like as a
right
alter ego. But then like, when did that? He had like a flashback towards like the clone troopers that had like were on
right shortly after the establishment of the Empire.
Yeah,
there was like a small regiment of clones marching down the street, doing who knows what. I'm sure there was some sort of incident that caused another occupation back then.
Yeah,
and as they're passing by, people start getting riled up, throwing rocks, shouting names, and Clem. Try as he might, he kept Cassian in the crowd. Yeah. And as soon as those people started acting up, he went out, try to get everybody to calm down and keep their heads. But as soon as he's out in the middle of the street, now seemingly the only person, the Imperial officer orders the back line of troopers to turn around and take aim.
Yep.
And that's where it cuts.
Yep.
So
and that's like a flashback. Like he's like he looked at the stormtroopers from whenever he's like leaving the house or whatever, and he has this moment of like, oh shit,
just like old times.
Yeah. And then of course he goes back to meet his old buddy, And then we get another little tidbit of information as well. That, like, I was confused on if like she was like a sister or was like some sort of like friend or whatever. But I think that they may have been romantic at some point in time because there's like a mention where like Tim,
right,
was the person that kind of called him in, and he's like, well, why would he do that? He's like, well, I think he may have thought we were back together again and was probably a little bit jealous or frustrated or whatever, and he did what he felt like he had to do. And,
fucked it all up.
Yeah, yeah.
So Bix and Cassian have one last heart-to-heart before he gets the fuck out of Dodge.
And he pays off his debt too, which I can understand what's going on here. Like, I see what's happening. He went back home to pay off his debt to go see his mom again and get her out of here, and like that's his whole thing. I mean, he got a shit ton of money, and now he's doing what I think any other young man would probably do: take care of his mom, pay off his debts, and get the hell out of the city.
Get a fresh start somewhere else.
I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Right. So yeah. But yeah, I think morning comes at this point, and then he goes back home, and Marva, his mother figure we keep talking about, is like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah. I'm sticking around, Chief.
You shouldn't be here, and I can't leave here, is like her last words. And it's like, oh, man.
Take your money, go get some peace and quiet. And he's like, I can't. I'm going to be worried about you the whole time.
Yep.
And she's like, that's just love, bitch.
Yep.
You got to deal with it.
Welcome. Oh, man, that's so... And then, of course, there's this like really heartbreaking moment where like she starts to tear up, and she's like, I have never, ever loved anybody as much as I love you. That hurts.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
that shit hurted.
Yeah. That's hard. And then what did he say whenever he like went back out to his room? He's like, I won't be back, or I won't come back. Or
he said, I'll come back.
I'll come back. I see. Okay. And then
she says, of course you will. And then grabs a fucking blaster off the table.
I was like, she's about to commit a war crime. I was like, Marva's about to do some damage. Right. I was like, shit.
She done messing around.
Yeah, dude. And then like I think a couple scenes later or something else happens. Cassian is on this resort planet.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called? Niemos?
I believe so.
Right, dude.
Motherfucker just is living it up.
Yeah. He's already got this girl, and like we're in like this, what looks like a hotel room or some sort of like nice resort room or whatever. Right. And she's like, waking up from some, a long night of probably some fun.
Right, who knows?
And then she's like, hey, Keith. Hey, Keith.
Get some Zip Zaps and some Zorbles.
Yeah. Give me some of that Rev Nog, the greeny green kind, the really green one. I know you like it. And he's like, he has the shower running, and he's like trying to like get a stash out. So it makes me feel like he's been here before, or like he owns this place, or who knows what's going on.
Been here long enough to keep a stash in the shower.
Right. Right. But like it is, dude, it looks real nice.
Save for the shore trooper here and there.
There's a couple of ruffians start running
some
around.
Hooligans.
And he keeps like looking over his shoulder. I mean, obviously,
he's just walking to the store, going to get some goods.
But he does look a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
Not to say in the shore trooper's defense, but like of all he's looking around an awful lot.
Right.
Looking awfully sketchy. But as he's walking down the beachfront, this shore trooper's giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
I think he's racially profiling
Straight up
him.
harassing the motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's like, why are you looking around?
Are you part of it?
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Part of what? I'm a tourist.
Yeah. And then the freaking what were the designations of those?
I want to say it was KX.
Okay. Those like
Series
big
droids. Yeah.
Those like big Imperial droids.
Right.
The freaking manhandlers.
Yeah. Hang.
Hey, dude. Hang tight. No, not hang. He just means watch. He just means watch.
Right.
Tell him he means watch.
Jesus.
And so obviously he gets like choked out by this freaking battle droid type thing.
And it's a fucking disaster.
Bruh.
From that point on. Holy shit.
I know I said in the previous episode that I was like, we kind of come to like a chapter 1 conclusion, and like this is going to be the start of like the next
right.
the next story arc. I would not have guessed that he would have gotten
almost immediate. What seems like immediately nabbed by the Empire.
And I mean, they're in this like crowded courtroom, and the
most dingy looking, like
it's gross.
Yeah.
It looks like a local courtroom type thing, and you know she like reads off like 6 different charges,
insane charges.
Anti-imperial
speech.
Yep. Resisting arrest or resisting governance or whatever.
The thought crime boys.
Yeah. And then she gets to a point where like, she like looks over and is like, this used to be she says like, oh gosh, wow. Yeah. And then she like looks like this used to be a 6-month, charge. And then she goes, all right. And like
6 years.
6 years.
Christ.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So like they're not playing around. And of course all this is because of all like the new stuff that's going on.
Right.
What is it? The PO?
The PORD.
Yeah, the PORD. I forgot what it stands for, but it's like there's like a new decree and order that like basically is like it's cracking down on everything.
Right. Any minor offense.
Oh yeah.
Is going to be treated as class 1.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting like full sentencing for like a wayward remark about how you don't like how the Empire is doing things.
Yep. They're cracking down hard, and of course he got 6 years in prison.
Yeah.
And dude, they get to like the launch pad where like there's all these different shuttles.
Yeah.
And again, this is where like I love my super like my super like deep Star Wars lore. But like there's like all these different shuttles that are like lined up to like take the prisoners places, and of course they like ask like what their name is and what their home world is, and then of course they like look them up in a database, and then they send them off to whatever shuttle they go to.
Right.
And there's a handful of them that are getting sent off to Belsavis, which is like a maximum security prison world.
Yeah.
It is like a crazy like ice planet that has these like large like craters in them that like go straight down. And so like and in those like big craters is like lush green life, but like there's no getting out. Like when I tell you these like ice walls are hundreds of miles tall,
all encompassing,
it's huge. And like you get put down there, and then you'll be like in cell blocks, you'll do manual labor or whatever. And so like I'm hearing like this one guy, like the first guy, he's like, name, homeworld. All right, Belsavis. And like he puts, I was like, holy
like,
shit.
Jesus Christ.
Who knows what he did? But again, if we're talking like maximum security, like that's got some crazy shit. So I'm like, okay, fun little Easter egg. Love that.
Right.
And of course, Cassian gets sent off to, what is it called again?
I want to say it was Nakima 5.
Yeah. Some sort of like little moon of a big gas giant looking planet. And they get
a lot of ocean.
Yeah.
And we got prison platforms.
Yep.
Stuck in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, that's a nightmare to me.
Oh, yeah.
Not only is this a fucking hellscape slave labor camp
that
I'm being sent to, but it is also surrounded by nothing but an alien ocean.
Yep.
With God knows what inside of it. I don't. I'm killing myself. I'm going to pull a VMOS.
No, not a VMOS. We'll get to VMOS.
Right.
But then at this point, I'm pretty sure this is the beginning of episode 8 is when we start talking about
his days in the prison life.
Yeah. Oh, it's Narkina.
Oh,
Narkina 5, an island prison. It is a hard labor camp, and of course, like we get introduced at the very beginning with like the like officers, the Imperial officers walking up and going like, "Oh," he's like,
"Welcome."
Yeah, he's like talking all high and mighty, like, well,
"Pish posh, I'm gonna put you on the ground."
Yeah. How would you're probably looking at us and thinking, how would all these Imperials show up without any weapons? Oh, and of course he like cranks up the floor and it just starts zapping the shit out of them on the shuttle that they're commanded to take their shoes off.
Yeah, and
they do. And so whenever they're on the planet now, the shackles get removed, and of course they're on this like metal floor, and it just starts electrocuting the shit out of them.
Imagine you are a magnet.
Yeah.
And the floor is made of magnetized metal. Face meet ground.
Hard. It starts electrocuting the shit out of him. And he's like, that was level 1 of 3. And of course, at this point, whenever they got zapped, they're like, there's a point in time where like the actor for Andor, he's like convulsing. And so much so that he falls down, his hand gets like put on the ground, and he starts convulsing even more. And I was like, man, he is like sending it. Yeah. It felt believable. All those actors that were there were like, I mean, they were getting, I was like, they're getting the
multiple jewels.
Yeah. And then they
going
all,
through the body.
He turns it off. They all collapse, and he says, you can rise. And I was like, you smug bitch. I was like, bruh, you may rise. And I was like, bruh, this is crazy.
You can handle the volts, but do you really want the amps too?
Nah, dude. I love the fact that like they all have these like really interesting like orange booties, like these like orange boots on,
like fucking Skechers.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those fucking Jordans, dude?
They got the bounce shoes on,
the Imperial Jordans. Oh my god.
Yeah, but of course they're obviously they're resistant to the shock damage.
I call them ATIJs.
But yeah, so it is a hard labor camp where there are thousands of prisoners manufacturing Imperial stuff.
Oh yeah, multi-layered floors.
We don't quite know what they're manufacturing, but it's some sort of
machinery.
Yeah, if I was to guess, it's some sort of ship parts or something,
a component of sort.
And I love, I won't hold on. Let me hold off on saying this.
It's just so neat.
I love prison slave labor. No. I love the look. I have never seen like a in the Star Wars history. There's probably been things like this, but I've never seen something that's like so different from what I've seen in the past with like a prison camp or some sort of thing of like it makes sense for like the Empire that is like imprisoning anybody.
Right.
It makes sense that they would like use their prisoners to also like make their ship parts to like make the to make the Empire what it is. Because again, like it's very easy to like to look at the entire fleet of the Empire and go like, and how is any of that getting made?
Right. Where are these production facilities?
Right. And then you look at moments like this, where like you peel back the rug, and you're like, oh, there's like a whole prison camp. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be careful with how I say this as well. But like the way in which it is structured feels, how do you say this?
Feels in line with an imperial regime.
I guess, yeah. It feels
that is almost like cartoonishly evil,
right?
Right.
And I guess I'm trying to say is like, let's say hypothetically, you want to make a fleet of ships using prison slave labor.
Right.
How do you incentivize them to do the work and do it efficiently? Mm-hmm. And like and I'm saying like the system that they have in place here makes sense for like incentivizing them to like do it and do it faster and do it well, because like you get certain benefits.
You get flavor.
You get
for
flavor,
your food.
And then you get like
your gruel.
Right. And it's like things like that where it's like, again, I guess I'm trying to say is like, if you think about it too much, if you're just like, oh, they're just prisoners, and then we just like make them do our work, and it's like, well, when you think about it, like, how do you stop them from like uprising,
right,
or
not doing it,
right, not doing the work? It's like I feel like it would be easy to like dissect this down a little bit and kind of dismantle like having a full prison camp of slave labor,
right?
But like the way in which this works, like there is 7 tables per room,
each of which is in charge of constructing whatever component they're deciding to pump out.
Exactly. Each table has 7 guys, and there's like a room leader, and the room leader is like, hey man, like the better we do our jobs, we don't get any more sentence time tacked on us.
We don't get fried.
We don't get fried. And then not only that, we also get food flavor.
Right.
What did he say? He's like, if we come in second place, we get flavor, and then if we come in first place, we get he's like, we get spice or something, or we get like, he says something else where like there's like different levels of it where it's like you basically, if you come in last place, you get zapped. If you come in second place, you get flavor in your food. And if you get the top, you get like a little treat on top of it or something. There's like a little something else he said. I forgot. But anyways, so obviously like the main man of this room, Kino, first of all,
played by
dude, he's oh shit, what's his name? Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
he's played by Andy Serkis. The first time I heard his voice, I was like, "Is that Andy Serkis?" And I was like, "Bruh, come on!" I love this man so much.
Yeah,
and he's doing a great job of being like the hard like taskmaster. But yeah, so there's like this, the first couple of days that Andor's in there, he has like these moments of like wide-eyed, like holy shit,
right, abject horror.
Because I think they must have came in last place, so he got the shit shocked out of him for a second time.
Yeah,
and then he's like noticing that there's like some like sign language happening between the floors or something.
Yeah, so
like there's potentially some sort of rebellion maybe happening inside the prison.
Fingers crossed.
I love the fact that like the guy's like looking at the window and he's like doing sign motion languages, like doing things. And I was like, oh, so he's crazy.
Right, this motherfucker's lost it.
He's bananas.
Talking to his own reflection.
I see.
But no,
there's someone on the other side who's talking with him as well.
Yeah,
and of course we get to like look out and see how deep this like shaft goes underwater.
All the different walkways.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then all the while, I love it when shows and movies do this effectively, and it's just so tasteful, and I love it. In particular, this moment, we get these back and forth scenes of like Andor fabricating these like whatchamadiddlies, and then we like cut back to Coruscant in the most opulent, rich, let me laugh, in aristocracy and wealth. And then it cuts back. And then, he's like being escorted down this hallway. Right. And they're like, all the white lights, you're in the clear. They start flashing. You got 6 seconds to get inside your cell or you're going to get fried to death.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit. He's like, red lights, you're bad. You're out.
Yep.
And he gets shown his feeding tube and his water tube and where his toilet flips out.
Yeah.
And it's just these open bay. It's like one step up. You got a hallway, metal floor, and then it just like steps up into like the quote unquote cells. Right. But you can just step out whenever.
A bed made of plasteel.
Bruh. And I just like, this is what I'm talking about. But like, I love the in-universe like justification for this of like, you can just have like a cell that's open because like I dare you, walk out.
Right, go ahead.
You're gonna die, and it's like, wow, how interesting that like you have this like in this whole like labor thing, and there's like this whole everyone's trying to be the best on the floor because they get all these benefits and things, and if you're not, then of course if you're in last place, you get the shit zapped out of you. Yeah. And then it's like the table that Andor's with. Like they got an older gentleman there. It's like, he's obviously kind of like holding them back a little bit. At least that's what like I kind of what the feeling is. Like they're like slow because of I think a few key people they have. But anyways, and like I said, we cut back, and then of course Mon Mothma's in her like estate.
Yeah,
speaking with all these other people about how like, gosh, the PORD is like, oh man, I don't feel safe. I don't feel whatever. And they're just, and like I said before.
Right.
Oh, please pass more liquor my way. Oh, I'm scared for my safety. And then they cut back over, and one guy is literally standing on the edge at night looking at the red floor. And I'm like, nah, VMOS, don't do it. And he does it. He jumps out in the middle of the night. You hear, ah! You're like, oh, no, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, man. Shit, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
And of course, he's on table 2, table 3, table 2.
So yeah,
he's on one of the other tables, like table 2 or something. And of course, like and everyone
treats it like
It's so, dude, it's so hard.
Right, yeah.
It's so hard because everyone's like, oh, man, why do you have to go off and do that?
Right,
and then,
here.
Yeah, and then another guy.
We're going to be stinking it up all night.
And then I the second he said that, I was like, first of all,
nobody's going to come grab him until the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the part that like gets me, dude, is I was like, that's traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
The fact you're just going to sit there and fry all night, that's disgusting and also traumatizing. And then, as you'd imagine, in this moment, they're like, shit, we're going to be behind.
Yeah.
We're going to be down a man tomorrow, and like we're definitely not going to make it. And it's like, oh, how much you don't want to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, you're like, we're definitely going to get zapped tomorrow because we're down a man. Yeah. And it's like,
it's insane.
It's messy.
Mm-hmm.
It's messy, like in the most human way possible. That's like, oh man, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Anyways. And like I said, as it's doing it, it's just going back and forth between this opulence and this literal prison cell where like 30 days pass and like, you know, they're getting back into he's getting in the rhythm of it. And it's like, man.
He's got the motions.
Bruh. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bix tries to like call out to Luthen, and that doesn't go over well.
Yeah, no. At first, he's super gung ho about answering and getting more info on Cassian.
Yep. And Kalea's like,
"Nuh-uh."
She's asking us for questions.
Right,
She doesn't.
Not now.
I need you to wake up.
Yeah,
and
we can't be doing this.
And it's moments like this where like. At first, she was playing the shop assistant well, but I think also was like in on it.
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, so you know, Luthen's still the boss. He has his assistant that like is in on it, you know, whatever, like an accomplice or something or whatever. Yeah. But it's moments like this where I'm like, nah, dude.
She's keeping him in check.
Not only that, but like I feel like she's more important than she's leading on to believe.
Maybe.
Like by the showrunners is what I mean. Like it's moments like that where I'm like, no. Like she's like able to talk to him one-on-one and be like, hey, bud, we need to lock in here. And it's like, oh, so like what I'm saying is it sounds like she has more stake in it. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm saying that because I'm trying to justify my Princess Leia. My Princess Leia argument. Right. It's moments like that where I'm like, nah, man, she's just not some shop assistant. Mm-hmm. She's really locked into this.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So this is in that moment that also reinforced my feeling where she was like, Luthen, I need you to freaking wake up, my guy. I need you to lock in here.
Don't
and I need
slipping.
you to look at me. I need you to tell me to turn off the signal.
Right.
I need you to tell me to do it. And he's like, I think you're right. Just go ahead and shut it off. And then she shuts it down and he's like, all right. I got you. I'm with you, but I need you to be with me. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Kalea.
Perhaps.
She's like, she's a really cool character, and I like Kalea. Anyways, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Enough about that.
Get a little meet up with Saw Gerrera.
Bruh, we get to see Saw Gerrera.
Oh yes,
man.
One of the more radical elements of the rebellion.
Forrest Whitaker is such a great actor.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker nails it.
Bruh. I know I've seen him in a handful of all this stuff, and I've always been like, man, he's so good.
Oh, yeah.
But I have never felt more... How do you say this? Like, there's a couple times where, like, I've watched a few actors. I feel like Willem Dafoe does this for me a lot. Where, like, I watch him, and, like, sometimes I forget who I'm watching. And I'm like, oh, he just does such a good job of, like, portraying a character.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Forrest Whitaker does the same thing with this role.
Oh, yeah.
I have never felt so locked into the Star Wars universe from whenever I saw him as Saw Gerrera just now talking with Luthen, being like, they're like nationalists, they're sectarists, they're all these other
You expect
guys.
me to work with these psychopaths?
I'm the only one who knows.
The anarchist.
You're right. I'm the only one who has the clear mindset to do this. Yeah. And who are you? I don't think I've ever actually known that. Who are you, Luthen? And it's like
I'm airing my grievances.
Bruh, and I know that they do this on purpose a lot of times. Like they get that like tight in shot to like really portray what like that closed feeling, that like really like intimate moment in a scene. I a lot of times when someone's getting really quiet and really serious about something, they'll like the camera will be like all in tight, so that way you get to see every facial expression that character's doing. And it's in this moment where I'm able, like I said, I'm so locked in. I forgot who Forrest Whitaker was. I was like, that's Saw Gerrera, and right now he is so like, I need you to tell me who you are. What are you? What are you with?
Right.
And he's like, I'm so locked in. I was like, man, this is so good. And then of course and by no means am I like bashing Stellan Skarsgård as Luthen. He also does a great job too, where like he's like, again, camera swaps over to him. He's like looking down his brow out at him, being like, I'm gonna need you to work with this man. Right. And he's like, there ain't no way.
Think about it.
And then of course the last thing Saw Gerrera says is, there's not gonna be a sale today, Luthen.
Right.
It's good seeing you.
Man.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Right. See you later. I think one of my favorite parts about that scene is whenever we get the initial like camera pan to his hangar.
Yeah.
And we see those sleek ass fucking X-Wings, dude.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
So good.
Ugh.
I love the guy out there with he has the long rifle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what race that is or who that is as a character, but like it's just like an interesting alien figure who's got like some tubes and some stuff, and it's got some, I think, some like biometric augments or whatever. And he's just like he does like the cradle with like the rifle where he's like holding it in his hand while like also like resting his hand on his belt a little bit. He just has this like this. I mean,
big ass. Fucking,
I mean, yeah.
Fucking what's that big ass rifle?
Slug thrower rifle or whatever it is.
Nagant.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Right.
And dude, it's like a big old sniper rifle, and he's just like posting up with like that, like I said, like a little hidden X-wing fighter in the background. You're right. Oh, peak. Love it.
Oh yeah.
I even love Saw Gerrera's armor he has. It's like so nice too. I don't know. It just it's nice.
It's cool.
But yeah. The guy whose name was Krieger. He was trying to get Anto Krieger. He was trying to like get them to work together or whatever. Yeah. And then we also get this moment where Deidre and Cyril, the kind of the ISB agent we've been following around.
Right.
What is her last name? Miru. Kind of like she now has the planet Ferrix and like the whole sector is hers.
She
now.
got full reign,
and now she's like going up and cleaning up the mess. And like Cyril apparently was like forced to sign the document, like the report, but he has no idea what it says and what was left out of there. Yeah, there's a moment where he gets to plead his case.
Yeah, she calls him into this stark white interrogation room.
Yeah,
talking about how he's been filing multiple inquiries trying to figure out like just putting out feelers to try and figure out what the hell happened to Cassian. And man, she just puts it all out like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What's your interest here? What's your stake?
Yeah, what's your in?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. But then she does get like a little bit more information, and he tries to like again plead his case to be like, "Hey, I'm like a valuable asset. You can use me."
Right.
And she's like,
"Put me in, coach."
And she's like, not having it.
Yeah.
But if there's anything I know about freaking Karn,
it's gonna happen.
But he's gonna weasel his way in somehow,
one way or another. He's a fiending.
Oh man, I've never been so interested in an antagonist before. I feel like, partially because I feel like we're like really getting, like I've said in earlier episodes, we're really seeing the rise of the villain here, the villain arc of Cyril Karn, and I feel like, dude, we're getting to this point now where I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever loved a bad guy more, or like a quote unquote bad guy more. Where I'm like,
I've never hated a bad guy's mom more.
Oh my god!
Than this fucking gremlin ass bitch. Jesus Christ!
May I say, lovely actor.
Yeah, oh yeah,
she does a great job of portraying this.
She's got a great voice. She's got a fucking silver tongue.
Yeah. Oh, she's playing this character well. Love the actor, hate the character.
Right.
And she's playing a great character that I love to hate.
It's perfect.
I just want to say that.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, yes, I agree. Where it's getting pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
But then I think that she kind of Deidre gets she ends up making landfall on Ferrix, and she starts apprehending,
starts getting to work.
And I love the. I this is what I'm talking about by the show feels so clever in its dialogue and its execution. And it's in this moment right here where she has, what was that guy's name?
Pac.
She has this guy who is like Bix would go up to talk to Luthen in his back room because he has a secret little communicator
in the smokestack.
Correct. And it's his shop. So he has been apprehended.
Right.
And of course, obviously, Bix and everyone else is kind of figuring out what's going on whenever, Pac's son is like, "Where's my father?" Right. And he's getting manhandled around by stormtroopers. Obviously, the whole town is in uproar.
Yeah.
But then one of the officers is like, "Hey, yo,
just so happens to recognize her.
You're Bix," because on his data pad, I think he has a picture of her, and he's like, "Hey, you're Bix, aren't you? And if you ain't, you definitely look an awful lot like who I'm looking for."
Right.
And of course, he's like, "Apprehend her." So eventually, the point that I'm getting to is they're escorting her into the hotel room that they've as their as their main security operation.
Right.
And I guess either the torturer or whatever the other officer is in the room is like, "Do you want me to take care of them?
Take out the trash?"
Yeah, you want me to take out the trash? and then of course, in a very direct, clean way, says, "No, leave him.
I want her to see him.
I want her to see him."
Like, Jesus Christ.
And it's like, okay, again, if we're talking about interrogation, we're talking about hurting somebody. Again, I'm I understand the psychological play here, but this is what I'm talking about, by the cleverness of the dialogue and the execution of it. The guy walks up and, he's like, okay, she's on her way. And then Bix gets escorted in here and she turns to the guy and he's like, "What are you doing? Get him out of here." And then of course, in a snappy way. So he's like, "Oh, yes, ma'am." And of course, they just play along and then they get him out of there and they drag his drag him out of there.
Right.
He's still alive, but he looks rough.
Barely.
And again, it's that. It's that little bit of no, leave him here. And then of course she has this
we gotta
snap.
set the table.
this snap of "What are you doing? Get this trash out of here." And it's and he's like, "Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am." And of course, it gets him out of there. Yeah. It's just this clever way of playing with all the characters in this whole scene and it being so clever. And I'm like, I love that. It's so nice.
It works.
Yeah. She gets thrown down in the seat and then episode closes.
Yeah.
And man,
some good shit.
I'm
it's a good fucking show.
I'm glad that you've been liking it. Whenever I first offered this, I think at first you were definitely like, "Ugh, I don't know if I can trust Star Wars anymore."
Right.
And I was like, "Hear me out. God. You're right.
Right.
But just give me the first 6 episodes."
Because out of anything recent, as far as Star Wars is concerned, Andor was damn near the only thing I heard anything good about.
Right.
But
the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian was that way, where that was the only thing I heard good about it until season 3. And then Andor, I heard nothing but great things about. Yeah. And so I've been so looking forward to watching this show. And now that we're getting into the new territory I haven't seen before, as you can probably tell from this episode, I'm getting super hyped and I'm excited about it.
It's good.
It's good stuff, man. We're already at time, which is appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
But I would hesitate to end the episode this early without at least touching on something we've been doing recently that I do want to talk about just for a brief moment.
My people are sterile. Shepard, my people are sterile.
Shepard, I heard my people are sterile. Bruh, Rex is my favorite.
He's the fucking best.
He sounds like an old cowboy.
Old school bounty hunter.
Yeah, dude. We've been playing through. Well, I should say Dylan, and I've been piggybacking on his playthrough.
Got a Mass Effect up and running again.
He's been playing through the original Mass Effect, and it's been so long. This is not going to make sense at first. I'll make it work.
Okay.
It has been so long since I have played through in any capacity Knights of the Old Republic to tie it back to Star Wars.
Right.
And a great RPG, may I add.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody out there who has not played Star Wars The Old Republic,
give it a go.
It's a bit antiquated now, but definitely give it a go. It's great. I think I did the research on it as we were playing through it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Knights of the Old Republic came out in like 2004, 2005 maybe, or something like that.
Mm.
Or maybe even a little bit earlier. And the original Mass Effect came out in like 2007, I think. Regardless, I think it was like 4 years between each other.
Yeah.
So even though like that is a pretty good, stretch of time, the original Mass Effect feels...
It has that distinct old school BioWare flavor.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It has that BioWare flavor to it.
Yeah.
And I've been loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I remember watching you play through at least a portion of it once upon a time, a long time ago.
Yeah.
But now this time, like actually sitting down and like getting involved again with you.
Right.
I don't know, man. I get it.
It's good.
I think I've always known that Mass
It's a
Effect...
fucking journey.
I've always known that Mass Effect was good. I never played through it personally.
Mm-hmm.
And now having like learned more of the character stuff more and like kind of gotten involved and seen some of the companions, I'm
the
like...
universe, all the different aliens.
I think I get it now. I think I get it now more than I did before. Nice. I was like, oh man. Especially now that like you can also like the characters transfer over. Mm-hmm. You can transfer your save over. I was like, man, that's so... Like, I don't think another... I mean, I hesitate to say this as well, but like, I don't think that another game has done it like that, or maybe not done it as well.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and people will probably crucify me in the comments for it. Whether there's like, oh, you forgot this game.
Right.
But like, I know there's games that have done it like that, but like, man, wow. I haven't even gotten through the other two stories for Mass Effect, so I don't know what's going to happen. I know roughly what happens in 2.
It's going to be so good.
I think I watched you start up 2 a little while ago. I said a little while ago. It's probably been a few years at this point. You started up 2, and I think I watched the first few missions of that, so I think I know what's to come.
Right.
But still, the idea of like your companions transferring over, potential romances transferring over, just the actual like your character itself, just all that's so cool.
The potential Ashley transferring over.
Dude, I thought it would. I told Dylan I'd tell you we were cracking
very
some jokes.
Early on. We dehumanized Ashley and treated her like a fucking second-class citizen aboard our own ship.
One of my favorite jokes. We're as Dylan and I. The whole reason why this podcast started was Dylan and I, more often than not, have our own little Mystery Science Theater as we watch things, which is how this show kind of came about, really. Yeah. But the fact that like we're playing through Mass Effect, and I'm like sitting there watching, I'm maybe eating some food, scrolling on the internet or whatever. I'm engaged. There's this one moment where like we finally get on the Normandy, and Dylan's like, oh, let me go talk to like all the people.
We start making the rounds,
and then
everybody's conversations.
Before we do that, I told Dylan, I was like, let me go talk to my companions. And Ashley. Like, oh, man. It's like, that's the whole vibe we've been setting with that, where it's like,
it's hilarious.
Oh, look, my friends. Oh, and her.
Oh, that thing.
And then I don't want to get too far into it because it's probably a bit insensitive. But like we kind of hammed up Shepard as being like a little bit smooth-brained. We're like this one point. We're like looking for Garrus, and he like walks up to this.
After I finished talking to the council, we're supposed to link up with Garrus because he mentioned like having an investigation ongoing on Saren to try to nail him, like we are.
Yes.
So Shepard is now rushing through the Presidium, trying to make it to either C-Sec or Korra's Den, but we find out he's at a med clinic.
Yeah.
But it's the idea that Shepard is sprinting around trying to ask people, like other people, just complete strangers, where Garrus is, as if they know him. It's like,
what is the race of Garrus?
He's a Turian.
There's another Turian security officer.
Oh yeah, standing right next to the elevator to the docking bay, and I run up to him after like running out of sprint meter, and Shepard is like huffing and puffing, like out of breath, and I'm like, "Do you know where Garrus is?"
And then I told Dylan, I was like, just imagine if like this man, this human,
right,
a war veteran walks up and is going, hey, do you know what Garrus is? And then does the frog blink the
right.
Dylan
Just blinks one eye after the other.
Bruh,
oh my God.
There's been a few moments where I've gotten Dylan so good. Where like Dylan, I think was heaving and shaking.
Right, yeah, because it put the thought into my mind that the other races on the Citadel view humanity as like these fucking Neanderthals, these primitive Mongoloids just running around doing whatever.
Is imagine him like breathing deep, but he's like, again, because he stopped very close to him. So just imagine
he's just
him
like right up in your face, like, where's Garrus?
Do you know what Garrus is? I was like, bruh.
Officer Vicarian, please.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. And again, I just think it's so funny that anytime that like Ashley tries to chime in to say something,
oh my God, it's immediately like, shut the fuck up, Ashley.
I love how everyone else would say something like Garrus would have a good input, Rex would say something like, okay, yeah, Ashley would say something.
Will albeit like concur.
Do not speak unless spoken to.
Right. I'm sorry, did I ask for your opinion?
No, I didn't think so. It's like, oh, okay.
If I want your 2 cents, I'll ask for it. Jesus.
Oh man, it's been great. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, man. It's so much fun.
Oh.
I can't wait to get into 2 and 3.
I've been having a lot of fun watching you play through that game.
Oh, just you wait.
I'm excited. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. You know how to find us. We are The Aftermath on all the major podcasting platforms. You can go onto YouTube and type in @Hindsight Studios and find all the podcasts there and all the stuff. Be sure to subscribe and like. Stay tuned in with all of our episodes. Ethan should be coming back from his trip to Mount Kilimanjaro. Been following along his escapades, and he has been slowly but surely trekking up. He apparently just recently was like making his way, like hiking overnight to like this other like base camp portion, whatever. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, it was an emotional roller coaster, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I think he was at that point, he was like over 15,000 feet.
Damn.
And he said, I ain't got no business being up here. This shit's for the planes. And then I just commented saying, fun fact, the maximum altitude for like a Cessna 157 is 14,000 feet. So like he's actually above like a low flying plane.
Wow.
And I was like, yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So anyways, I was having a lot of fun with that. So
he gets back safe.
Bruh, he's gonna get back. He has to, I think, hike his way back down, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. But you know, I think he's gonna be okay. He's been working hard. I think he just recently, I think, had to get put on O2, like the nasal cannula, because I think his oxygen was actually getting a little bit low up at that altitude. And the funny thing is, like, you can tell he looks a bit rough, like, because he's been hiking for a while. Yeah. But like the locals that he's there with, they're like smiling, like, hey, like no oxygen, no nothing, they're fine. Yeah. And he's over here like, hey guys, I'm like, oh man, poor dude. Damn. Yeah. So, but I don't want to take his story. So. He should be back. I think he's going to probably do about a nothing episode, or if nothing else, sure. I'll try and get him on Aftermath as well, because I want to hear his story. I'm so excited to hear about his trip to Mount Kilimanjaro.
Definitely.
But yeah, anyways, for those, like I said before, if you're trying to look to get involved, you can look at the YouTube channel to get both this podcast and, of course, About Nothing as well. And we really appreciate you listening. And until next week,
see you.
Bye-bye.